A business that used to need creators, product shipments, cameras, scheduling, lighting, editing, and weeks of waiting can now be compressed into about 10 minutes. That's not the crazy part. The crazy part is that when everyone can do it, production stops being valuable.
And that's exactly what's happening right now. Most people still think their advantage is creating great content. It isn't.
The real advantage has moved somewhere else entirely. Today we're looking at a case study from creator Stacy Lamb, who built two completely different AI video businesses in less than 24 hours using Higgsfield AI.
One focused on physical product UGC. The other focused on SaaS advertising. But this isn't really about a software tool.
Because tools change every week. What matters is the business model hiding underneath. The bigger story is that AI is shifting leverage away from content production and towards systems, distribution, and sales.
And if that sounds dramatic, the market numbers make it hard to ignore. UGC currently drives between $7 and $9 billion annually. Forecasts suggest that could exceed $40 billion by 2031.
Which raises an important question. If production becomes nearly free, where does all that money go?
To answer that, we have to understand why UGC exploded in the first place. Consumers stopped trusting polished commercials. They started trusting ordinary people talking about products.
A slightly messy kitchen often outperformed a studio set. A phone camera often outperformed a production crew. Authenticity became the conversion mechanism.
But authenticity came with a huge bottleneck. Brands had to find creators, negotiate rates, ship products, wait for filming, wait for edits, and often wait for reshoots.
Products got lost. Creators delayed filming. Brand names got mispronounced. A single asset could hold up an entire campaign.
And that's where this new model changes everything. Instead of a multi-week workflow, AI compresses the process into minutes. No shipping, no scheduling, no lighting concerns, no dependency on a creator's calendar.
Here's what most people get wrong. They think the breakthrough is video generation. It's actually workflow compression.
Exactly. The system can work from product photos. In some cases, it can even work from a product URL.
That sounds simple, but it's a massive shift. The platform analyzes the product's digital footprint. Images, dimensions, textures, and other visual information are used to reconstruct the product.
It's not just pasting a picture into a scene. The software understands the object well enough to place and manipulate it within generated video.
Then the operator chooses a format, maybe an unboxing, maybe a tutorial, maybe a product review. After that, an avatar is selected.
The avatar can come from a built-in library or be custom generated for a specific brand. Then prompts guide the final output.
And the platform includes something marketers obsess over: pattern interrupts.
The moments that stop scrolling. The avatar can stand in a kitchen, or on an airplane wing, or on top of a moving car, or appear as a tiny reviewer standing on a coffee mug.
Think about that for a second. A realistic spokesperson standing on the edge of a coffee cup used to require an entire production team. Now it requires a sentence.
The examples from the case study make this very clear. One ad promoted a blender. The avatar highlighted the glass jar, discussed the quiet motor, and used visual cues that felt native to TikTok and Reels.
The second example promoted a daily affirmation app. Instead of focusing on hardware, it focused on emotional outcomes and the user experience.
And here's where things get even more interesting. The app itself was built using vibe coding tools.
Meaning the software product was generated with AI. Then the marketing was generated with AI. So the product and the advertising both came from the same leverage stack.
Which creates a compounding system. An AI-generated ad promoting an AI-generated application.
Halfway through this discussion, here's the important tease. In the second half, we're going to get to the part that actually determines who makes money from this shift. Because it isn't prompt writing, and it isn't video generation.
And that brings us to the biggest misconception. If everyone has access to the same tools, the tool isn't the moat.
Exactly. Imagine microwaves suddenly become available to everyone. The advantage isn't knowing how to heat food. The advantage is knowing what meal people actually want.
That's what we're seeing here. The competitive edge isn't the software. Anyone can buy the same subscription. The edge is how the output gets packaged, positioned, sold, and delivered.
which leads to marginal cost. For a human creator, making another video requires more hours. For AI systems, producing another asset costs almost nothing.
And when fulfillment costs approach zero, selling one-off videos becomes less attractive. Selling systems becomes more attractive.
Instead of charging a few $100s for a single asset, operators bundle content into monthly retainers.
The example discussed a recurring $5,000 package, a subscription to content production.
The psychology changes completely. Clients stop seeing you as a freelancer. They start seeing you as infrastructure.
That's a huge distinction. Infrastructure is harder to replace.
But here's another thing most people get wrong. You cannot charge premium retainers as a generalist.
Generalization is dangerous in a commoditized market.
If your pitch is simply, I make AI videos, you're competing with everyone.
But if you're known for SaaS ads or skincare ads, everything changes. The buyer perceives less risk.
A skincare company wants someone who understands skincare marketing, the visuals, the product textures, the compliance concerns, the buying psychology.
And specialization improves efficiency internally too. Prompt libraries improve, avatar choices improve, workflows improve.
Eventually, a 10-minute process becomes a 2-minute process.
But efficient production doesn't create clients. Sales does.
And that's where reality hits. The internet is full of claims that AI automatically creates income.
It doesn't. The source material was very clear about that. Customer acquisition remains stubbornly human.
Trust still matters. Relationships still matter. Distribution still matters.
So how do you actually land clients? You need proof before outreach. Not promises, proof.
That means creating speculative ads. 5 to 10 examples before contacting anyone.
The portfolio doesn't need to be fancy. A Google Drive folder works. A simple landing page works.
Because founders don't care about your website. They care about evidence.
Imagine opening a cold email and seeing your own software already featured in a realistic ad. That gets attention.
It's hard to ignore. The work speaks before the sales pitch begins.
Then comes lead generation, the least glamorous part of the business.
Building lists, researching companies, finding decision makers, gathering contact information.
The source recommends consistently identifying qualified businesses and reaching out daily.
Because conversion rates are never magical. Volume still matters.
AI can help with outreach workflows. It can write drafts, it can personalize messages, it can automate sequences.
But it cannot eliminate the need for human trust.
And here's the risk almost nobody discusses. What happens when everyone starts doing this?
Market saturation.
Exactly. The platform provides templates. But templates create sameness.
We've seen this before with stock photography. Early adopters stood out. Eventually, everyone looked identical.
AI video is moving toward the same problem much faster. If everyone uses the default prompts, every ad starts feeling the same.
Same gestures, same pacing, same lighting, same structure.
And once audiences recognize the pattern, performance drops. The ad stops feeling authentic. The scroll continues.
The client loses results, the retainer becomes vulnerable.
Which brings us to the final takeaway. This isn't really a story about AI video generation.
It's a story about building a sales system.
The software will change, the business principles won't.
The winners aren't necessarily the best creators. They're the people who build the best systems.
Data collection, outreach, positioning, offer design, sales processes.
The AI sits in the background, handling fulfillment. The operator builds the machine around it.
And that's the real shift. Economic value is moving away from content creation and toward system architecture.
So let's simplify everything. Production is becoming cheap. Distribution is not. Client acquisition is not. Trust is not.
The people who benefit most from this transition will be the ones who package near zero-cost fulfillment into high-value business infrastructure.
Which leaves us with one final question. If AI can perfectly recreate the appearance of authenticity, does trust remain attached to people? Or does trust become attached to patterns? And if creating those patterns becomes essentially free, what happens to the businesses built around them?
That's the question we're thinking about. And if you want the exact outreach framework and spec ad system used to turn this model into a $5,000 per month offer, that's what we're breaking down in the next video.